Polite inquiries, Lords.
Why is it always my unmanned view?
Alvaro says, is there a purer example of technique in the modern game than Williamson?
He's very good, very efficient, and I think he might become New Zealand's best batsman ever.
Ever. He's just a streamlined, perfect batsman. There was a point there where we were looking, thinking, how is there something wrong with him at the moment?
No, that's absolutely right. And he's 24. And we were talking earlier, weren't we? Who would you rather have in your side, Root or Williamson? And I think we both decided just by a whisker it would be Williamson.
Definitely.
And that's very, very high praise because Root's a real world-class top player now.
Peter Miller says, will Cook ever get good at captaining?
No, but... But,
you once said he could get good at everything. You once told me he could birth a goat if he had to.
That's true. He'll never be like a great captain. But he was quite good at captaining in India, wasn't he? And he's not the one who dropped a catch or the one who overstepped when he took a wicket. Look, I don't want to defend him, I really don't. I think you know what I'm saying, don't you? I don't want to defend Cook, but it's simplistic to just blame him.
Innocent bystander says, should we be surprised that the rising third-ranked Test nation are smashing a declining fifth-ranked, soon-to-be seventh side? To be fair, isn't there about 7 points between all the people that aren't Australia and South Africa at the moment? So I think that's a little bit unfair, but yes, New Zealand looked like a better team, so we shouldn't be that surprised.
Oh, it's really early days. We're 2 days
No,
into
they've already
the
won the series. They have won this, just admit
England
it.
aren't declining, I don't think. This is, how many of this side are either young or at the start of their careers? 7, I reckon.
Okay.
Well, how's that declining? They're just at the start of their journey. I don't want to defend them. The other thing is, you can't demand that England are necessarily going to be in the top 3 all the time.
Neil says, any idea why Cook does not mind conceding billions of runs to third man to Williamson? I think it was a third of his runs between No, listen, let me finish.
Yeah.
I think it was a third of his runs from point to around to third man. That said, no one uses a third man anymore. He's just better at hitting there because he's a really good batsman.
I think he's probably a toxic brand in the eyes of the public. I don't mean that negatively about him, but I don't.
You don't mean it positively.
No, I don't. I don't think he can win people over now, and I just think he's only a tiny part of the problem.
What percentage of the problem is it?
7.8, maybe a bit more.
Dutch Bird Kate says, why do England insist on putting senior players fielding in the slips? Lyth is one of the best slip fielders in the country.
That's a good shout.
To be fair, Chris Jordan should be playing because he would have taken all the catches.
Look, I mean, the Lyth point is a really good shout. He is a very, very good fielder.
You also, to be honest,
a really good fielder too.
You kind of have to earn slip fielding a little bit as well. You have to prove it at the level. Cook won't have seen much of Lyth in county cricket. He will have seen a lot of Bell. Bell's not a bad slip fielder. But
he's a good slip fielder.
And you know, the fact that they put Chris Jordan in shows that they are trying. But I think they felt maybe that they weren't sure if Lyth's going to be around for a long time. They might not have wanted to put him back into the court.
Exactly what he said. Look, Mark Waugh dropped catches. You know, he's about as good as it gets.
Mark Waugh never dropped a catch. Take that back.
He dropped catches. That was too hard.
Sorry.
It's so rough. It's true what Miriam said.
That's what Mark Waugh said too. Lev Parakin says, how many wickets would a Root-led England have taken today? Root-led is maybe one of the great phrases. I hope that sticks.
It's a really good question because the answer is it would have made no difference at all, isn't it?
English Nick says, Stokes bowling underused, overused, underrated, overrated.
We get all those things because that says it all, that we're always looking for quick fixes and blaming Stokes with the amount he's been bowled is just not the answer, is it? I thought he bowled all right.
Rama says, are people across England hoping England lose this series 2-0 so that KP will come back?
Only Piers Morgan. I don't even think KP thinks like that. Actually, I've spoken to KP in the last day or two, and he doesn't think like that. He'll want England to win. It's nonsense.
He said 3-0, didn't he? Meram?
Bless you.
Beram says, what happened to Plunkett? Wasn't he one of the best English bowlers last summer? Where is Plunky? Didn't he get dropped for missing a training session or something?
Yeah. He's fine. He bowled really well in the nets in the Caribbean. Do you think this pitch would have given him a lot? He is hugely strong, quite quick. Pace wasn't the problem. Wood bowled nearly 94 mph. That's quick.
The one thing about Plunkett is his pace is different to Wood's in that there's a bit of brutality behind it. And he can, on a pitch like this, what he can do is aim it at your throat for an hour on end. But
3 England bowlers bowled 90 miles an hour or more today. Yeah. That's not the problem.
Tom Banner says, will we see more of angry George Dobell?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
I missed our George Dobell.
the point is that there aren't necessarily. I like quick fixes. It's the best way to fix things, but just firing people, which seems to be the culture of English cricket, that's not necessarily the way to go. You have to look a bit deeper sometimes, don't you? I don't want to defend Cook at all, but he's not really the problem.
We'll see you tomorrow.